keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close
wall, and it's of a dog that isn't her dog. That's right, the dog's owner, as established across multiple commercials, is this guy, who we're gonna call Taco Guy. And yet, Milkshake Lady clearly has a connection to the dog. Do I sense a love triangle in the air? Or maybe is it something less juicy? Like Milkshake Lady was the dog's first owner, and then Taco Guy became the dog's owner years later in the present day. Either way, it sure seems like something happened to Milkshake Lady. She isn't in her baby's life, she isn't in her dog's life, and both men seem to be dealing with trauma. Taco Guy just lies around his house all day, and Chicken Sandwich Guy seems to be using the red place in his mind as a crutch to make his life more bearable. If there's some painful event at the center of all this, some reason why Milkshake Lady has disappeared, Grubhub hasn't revealed what it is. Or have they? See, we here at Food Theory, after hours and hours of poring over this source material, believe that we've unearthed something big. Folks, the Grubhub cinematic universe is bigger than you think. Much bigger. I'll admit it, theorists, I started looking into the Grubhub lore as a joke. I did it for the memes, but you know what? I'm not joking anymore. If Grubhub's bewildering 3D animated ad campaign has left you with questions, well, brace yourself for a whole lot of answers, because the GCU actually exists within another, even larger 3D animated universe, that of the Nickelodeon classic series, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. You'd think that this is just an April Fool's prank, right? But you know, I don't think it is. Now, obviously, a lot of attention's been paid to the delivery dance ad starring Chicken Sandwich Guy, but I'd like to begin with one of the lesser known ads starring Taco Guy. When I first saw this ad, I said to myself, Taco Guy looks kind of like Jimmy Neutron all grown up. After all, it's not every day that you see a 3D animated dude with dazzling blue eyes and cartoonishly tall brown hair. Plus, Taco Guy is about the age that Jimmy Neutron would be in the present day, 2 decades after the show graced Nickelodeon's airwaves. But again, this was just a passing random thought I had. There certainly wasn't enough to actually base an entire theory episode around. But then, moments later in that same commercial, bam, I encountered this. Do you see it? Zoom in, enhance. Friends, check out those shirts. If it seems familiar, well, that's because it's Jimmy Neutron's shirt. Red t-shirt, atom on the chest, 3 electron orbitals. And that struck me as more than a little odd, because while the atom shirt makes sense on a boy genius whose name is literally Neutron, why are these guys wearing the shirt? Grubhub has nothing to do with atoms. Someone made the very intentional choice to introduce these shirts. Shirts that are, at a minimum, an homage to Jimmy Neutron, in a Grubhub ad that features a character that looks a heck of a lot like a 30-something-year-old version of Jimmy Neutron. But why? Why? Well, I'm thinking that Taco Guy deserves himself a second look. So it's important to note that Taco Guy actually appears in different commercials. In this first one we've been discussing, he appears on screen for just 5 seconds, playing video games and eating tacos that appear out of thin air as if by magic. But Taco Guy also stars in his own 15-second commercial, and it's this second spot that gives us a much better sense of who this guy is as a person, his lifestyle, his interests, and perhaps most importantly, his high-tech, borderline magical cell phone that provides him with tacos instantly at the push of a button. And these tacos can't be overlooked like the decorative diamonds and cash that we talked about earlier. Taco Guy interacts with the tacos. He actually eats them. They are real tacos. Now, keep in mind, this food appearing out of thin air technology is not pervasive in the Grubhub cinematic universe. Delivery Guy is actually a recurring character across multiple spots, which proves that many people in this world still get their Grubhub delivery the old school way. So a phone that transports real food directly to your home is just as awesome in this universe as it would be in our universe. And it presumably is using similar technology as some of Jimmy Neutron's inventions in his show, like the matter transporter and the teleportation pods. And then there are the robots. I mean, here we have ourselves an adult man who has no fewer than 5 robots on display in his home. Jimmy Neutron, of course, built robots all the time. Even his dog was a robot, for crying out loud. Speaking of which, Taco Guy's dog does seem weirdly intelligent, don't you think? I mean, accidentally ordering tacos for your taco-loving master once is a coincidence, but this dog orders food for his master in multiple commercials. And not only that, but this dog picks out the best deal available each time. That is evidence of reasoning ability, not to mention literacy and an understanding of mathematics. You know who else just so happened to have a dog that was able to do all that? Jimmy Neutron, who built Goddard, a robot dog that was literate and hyper intelligent. And here's the thing, Bang theorists, there are Jimmy Neutron Easter eggs all over Taco Guy's room. The cactus, which is the exact same size and shape as Jimmy Neutron's cactus costume in Season 2. The red baseball cap, which Jimmy and his friends sported in Season 2 as well. The choice to make the lava lamp glow pink of all colors, which was the go-to color for pretty much any brainpower or energy-emitting invention that Jimmy Neutron came up with. And as for the taco obsession, well, if you've ever watched the show, you already know that Jimmy Neutron grew up in a taco-loving household like no other.
What do you want for lunch, Hugh?
Yeah, nothing for me. I want to be as hungry as possible for tomorrow's Mucho Carne Fiesta Taco Shack.
I don't want to belabor the point, I think you get it. These two commercials give us plenty of reasons to suspect that Taco Guy is actually